So I'll give you a little bit better view here in a second
Oh, yeah.
when we have everything up. Checkity check, check, check.
Oh, let me.
Checkity check.
No, something's
Check,
happening.
check, check.
No, something's
Check,
happening.
check, check. Okay. That's it. All right. Please remember to mute the audio on your end.
That has been
So I
done.
guess the only we have three special rules. I guess we'll go with on this one. The natives, the minor plot points are going to move a d6 inches. Sorry, 2d6 in a random direction at the end of each turn. The minor plot points will be no drop. And the third one is the experience card is the major plot point, as always, is your goal, but it is
Right.
not included in the stack until you have at least two minor plot points, and then
Right.
the major plot point will be added to the stack and it will be available for you to draw. So you have to capture or touch or tag the minor plot points while they're running around the table trying to lure you into traps, making quite
Right.
a game of it. Check, check, check.
Cool.
Okay, we're doing good. Merry Christmas Eve to Bagump. Vern Jeske's
Yeah.
on here, thankfully. Looks like my head is cut off. Been scalped. DW Lowe is on here. Neil Morgan's on here. If you're on here right now,
Right.
give me a howdy out there. Look at the lovely new banner that Evelyn made for us. So one of the things that we do as a family is we do I don't know if I want to call it handmade gifts, but we do gifts that we make. And so that's the gift that Evelyn made for me for Christmas was a Pulp Alley banner.
Right on.
So a big thank you to Evelyn for giving us a lovely new handmade Pulp Alley banner. How awesome is that? That was really sweet.
Right on.
See, I need something to drink. We'll go officially live in a little less than uno minuto. Oh, man, the cupboard is bare. The cupboard is bare. Let me see what else. Sure, I got something to drink in this place. Oh, there we go. All right, water. I guess we hit that 10 o'clock hour. Bessie's toothache is playing up on her. So she's heavily medicated and sitting this one out. Miss her dearly, but I understand. Toothaches are terrible. I think probably all of us know that. Red Mist is on here. Bright G, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Christmas Eve. I meant to wear my elf hat today, but in all the hustle and bustle of trying to get ready today, didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You know what? I haven't even got one of my cameras hooked up. We're missing a camera. I wonder where it's at. This could be bad. Wonder if it's still next door. Okay. I'm going to have to go look for one of my cameras. Maybe I'll find that elf hat on the way. Vern, entertain the boys and girls with some tales of your Santa exploits. And I'll
Oh,
be right back.
yeah. We've had the adventure of, like I put it, being one of Santa's helpers because there are kids, I teach third and fourth grade, and there are kids that at that level, they still believe in Santa Claus. And I am not one to disabuse them of that until their parents have felt the need to do that. So, yeah, it's been fun. We've had some good programs with our school, and I got to narrate for part of that, dressed in my Santa suit. And then I've been down at the Loose Caboose Hobby Store in Napa, which of course deals in trains, but also in RC and games and stuff like that. It's the cool place to go, and I've been sitting in there on the weekends, and having pictures taken with kids for Christmas. And I wasn't going to go today, but it was so popular yesterday that after I'm done with Dave here, I'm going to head on down there and do one more day of portraying Santa Claus, or at least one of Santa's helpers. And it's been fun. Something I had planned on doing when I retired, and ended up going back to teach as it was. And so ended up being Santa Claus anyway. It's been a lot of fun. And it's good to see DW there, and Flash Kaboom, and Sean, and Neil, and Mr. Stoot, and Red Mist, and Brian. And here's Dave coming back from his sojourn. Hopefully Bessie is resting easy with her bad tooth today.
Yeah, she's. It's nap time for the whole family. The not a peep was heard through the house.
All right, getting ready for big doings this afternoon and tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right on.
Suppose I ought to take a moment and go around and clean all the lenses for the boys and girls. So, yeah, we have switched entirely to uh, iPhones now on our cameras. So all of our cameras are now iPhones that we're streaming with. So
Right.
look, in my opinion, my very humble and unprofessional opinion, I find them to be um, the best cameras. I don't mean iPhone particularly, but I just mean the cell phones have really good cameras. And I have to take it back. We actually have our Canon is camera one, which is playing right now. So our wide shot is actually not an iPhone. So, but it doesn't move. I guess our dice cam doesn't really move either, and Zeppelin cam doesn't really move. But yeah, we've really enjoyed the color and clarity on our cameras for the cell phone cameras. Let's see. There we go. Vern has an absolutely wonderful Father Christmas outfit, and makes a wonderful Father Christmas as well. I wonder if I can click this on and make it work. Oh, that looks really goofy. Let's go with it. All right. So,
Oh, there you go.
let's see what we could do here. Um, this is Jungle Trail Scenario. Jungle Trail Scenario comes out of the Perilous Island book. It is one of the scenarios that you run into once you actually get to Perilous Island. Oh, is that jingle gonna be too much? Um, we'll see. I guess
Well,
maybe it
only
won't
if you bob
jingle
and
all the
weave too
time.
much.
Just when I do my little dances.
Yeah.
So the idea here is that the natives had lured the two groups into their jungle, and that they have set up various traps and things like that all through the jungle to try and capture the interlopers. So we have Captain Hook and his gang over there in that corner, and then we have Peter Pan, Wendy, and a group of lost boys over here. Vern actually rolled a random event and got a level 1 character. So that's going to be little Michael in his pink pajamas, his pink PJs here. So Michael was not planned for this scenario, but he is showing up. He is a level 1. He's got 2 dice in dodge and 1 dice in everything else. All right, I think we'll just get started and kick things off. We've already drawn cards. We've already rolled for initiative. Captain Hook is starting with the initiative, and we're off and running. I'm going to ask Vern to activate first. Vern. So, for the boys and girls at home, every piece of terrain, if you touch any of the added pieces of terrain, you get a peril. So you have to stay away from everything unless you want a peril. And in the middle of the table is a man-eating plant using the rules for the man-eating plant out of the Lemuria campaign. So that is particularly scary. If you run within 6 inches of that plant, then you take a peril and you have to roll a horror check because it releases spores. All right,
Mm.
Vern, who are you going
Okie
to
doke.
activate?
Yeah. So let's have Peter Pan
Okay,
fly towards the guy on the right, down the right side of the table.
on the right side over there.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Mhm.
left. Sorry, over there on that guy over there by the pond. The one over there
Actually, no,
by the pond.
your right hand. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So as far as you could get a 16-inch move that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we have any cards to play. No, 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 no. Okay. So Peter Pan is flying, so he could ignore all the intervening terrain. It's important to remember that where he lands still matters. So if he lands
Right.
in a perilous area, then he still gets a peril, but he does not.
Hmm.
He flies 16 inches. That's going to put him a good 6 inches away from that from that native there. But the
And with
natives do move at the end of each turn, so the native won't be there by the time
right.
Peter actually gets to go next. I'm going to continue asking you to activate.
Okay, and then let's have Wendy head the other
Mm-hmm.
direction,
Okay, 12 inches in
at
the
a
other
run
direction.
towards the other native.
Okay, all right. Then I'm going to ask you to activate. Oh, see, let me double check and see if she has anything. As an action, if she doesn't run, she could draw a card, but that means she wouldn't be able to move the full 12 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's go ahead and do what we did for now.
All right. So then you have John, Michael, and the Lost Boys.
Hmm. All right. So let's have John. I guess that's the top hat boy.
Yep, that is.
Yeah. He's going to head after Wendy.
Okay. 12-inch run. Okay.
Mhm.
He will actually get ahead of her by about an inch. All right. There you go. And I'm going to ask you to activate again.
And then have the Lost Boys head after Peter Pan.
Okay. 12 inches in towards Peter.
Those are some nice looking minis.
Yes, they are. These are available from Sally Forth in the UK, and then they were painted up for me by Damien. Damien painted these for us, so he's been doing.
Well, my
He's
my
volunteered to do an awful lot of painting for us. We absolutely appreciate him.
yeah,
So
my compliments to him. He does a good job.
yeah, yeah. And the only thing left
And
you have is Michael in with his teddy bear, and I'm going to ask you to
okay,
activate the
well,
game.
he doesn't want to get left behind by Wendy and John, so he's going to run after them.
Good idea. Okay. And that is all of your activations. So from SkyCam here, we could see where he has moved to. So he started out mostly in this corner here. Wendy, Peter, and John have all moved this way. Lost Boys are over here. Can't really see them there, but that's where they're located. And Peter Pan is here. The nearest minor plot point is right there. But as I said, it will be moving uh, before Peter gets another activation. All right. So the next thing is Hooky and his crew. So, dear old Captain Hook, the hero of the story, is going to be activating now. Let's see what we're going to do with dear old Captain Hook. Well, I guess I better send Hook off 12 inches this away. So
Let's
he's
go
going to
ahead and
kind
throw
of,
a distraction on Hook.
oh, okay. Hook is distracted. Hook is distracted. So I
Maybe.
definitely don't want to hit any perilous areas then. So I will meander around the hill and avoid the bush and end up right about here. I think I'm going to send Eric the other way. He'll activate and move off 12 inches this way. Again, all of the terrain on the table is perilous, and that represents not only the fact that there are venomous snakes and barbed shenanigans and do watsies, but also because various traps have been planted by the natives. So Red Eric, and Gee head off in this direction. I guess I'll have Smee follow up behind Captain Hook, but I'm just going to move him 6 inches so he could do his deductive, and he's going to draw another card. So we will draw a card. Another thing that we had on this scenario was the other random event was low visibility. So we have a fog kind of lingering in the area, plus we have all the dense undergrowth. So that kind of together cuts down on our visibility. I do another, draw another card, and it's a parlay. Interesting,
Mm.
interesting card. I wonder if I'll
Oh, that
use
could come
that.
in handy. Yeah.
I wonder. I wonder. I'm glad Vern doesn't have it. That's one good thing about getting it. That ends turn number one. We're starting turn number two, except we're going to move the
Right.
the natives. So this one over here is going to move 2 die 6 inches. 7 inches is the distance. The direction is kind of off towards your edge of the table. 7 inches is going to put him Skycam, maybe. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. 7 inches. So there's six plus an extra. We'll put him right there next to. He's not within 6 inches of the children, but they definitely get a view of him there. So John and Wendy are just about 8, 9 inches, maybe 10 inches away from him. So he's headed off towards them. All right, let's see where the other one goes. I need a good bounce. He needs to come over to Captain Hook. Okay, he's only going to get a 6, and the direction is kind of towards Peter, 6 inches. No, no, he's moving parallel to Peter, and he moves off 6 inches in this direction and is moving around the pool. All right. So he is still within range of Peter Pan, though. He is still clearly
Oh, sweet.
within that 6-inch range for Peter Pan
Oh,
to
good deal.
grab him, to tag him. This is a game of tag, is what the natives are doing here. This is a great sport for them to have some interlopers wander into their jungle, and they love playing with them and having them run through their jungle and stumble into their traps. Brings them great joy. That's
Hmm.
going to end turn number one. We're going to start turn number two. I'm still the director. Captain Hook
All right.
gets another card. It's a disarmed. RPG Grandma's on here. Randy Wendell, thank you so much. Damian Larson's on here as well. Guys, thank you so much for joining today. Do we get dinosaurs today? There are no dinosaurs today. Vern, your new card is an unseen peril.
All right.
Very interesting. Unseen peril is added to your hand. Vern, as we start turn number two, I'm going to ask you to activate again, sir. What would you like to act? Who would
Okay.
you like to activate first?
We're going to go ahead and move Wendy towards that other native
Okay,
6 inches and let
6 inches
her,
straight towards him. Okay,
and
that's
then
going to leave
draw
you a
a
few
fortune
inches
card,
short. Do you want to move
and then
six
draw a fortune
inches?
card,
Move her 6 inches towards him. Okay,
and draw a fortune card.
you bet. You bet. Good idea. So she moves her 6 inches towards him. The card that you draw is Lucky Break. Very nice. Very nice. Lucky Break.
Okay.
All right, sir. All right. I'm going to ask you to activate again.
And let's have Peter Pan go over to that other native.
Okay, and let's do it. Let's do the plot point.
Yep.
All right, so he moves into contact with the plot point. And from there, we're going to give him a challenge. So remember, plot points are always perilous. The challenge is 2 with cunning or might. Let's see. He's got
I think
3 die
might.
8, 3 die
Yeah.
8, and might.
Yep.
3 die 8 and might. And you're going to have to get 2 of these successes. I'm double checking your cards. I'm double checking your abilities. And here we go. Here is the roll. Need 2. And you got it. An 8 and a 9. That means you got past the peril. You were not injured. Now you get to see if you can actually tag him. Can
Now
you
is that,
tag him?
that's considered a challenge, correct?
Yes, it is. You want to use your lucky break?
Yes.
Okay. The 2 cards that you're going to add to your stack are Warmed Up and Distraction. Oh, don't like that.
Good
Don't
deal.
like that. All right. Warmed Up and a Distraction.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now it is time for your plot point challenge. So now you're close. Can you tag the native by rolling 1 success with might? He has 3 die 8 in might. All he has to do is get 1 of these. Double checking my cards. Got nothing. Here it is. 1. Oh my gosh. A 2, a 3, and a 3.
No,
You do not
who's
tag the
rolling these
native.
dice again?
Just as Peter starts to reach out for him, just as he's reaching out, the native slips to the side, and Peter misses the native.
Oh,
That does
sneaky.
establish the challenge, however. So
Yeah,
now the challenge for that plot point has been established, and it will not change until it is completed.
that's handy.
So I'm going to set it kind of off to the side of the table
Yeah,
here, and hopefully I will remember. You know
yeah.
what? I better put it out towards the middle. Just
You want to
maybe I'll be less likely to pick it up
put a
and
blue
carry it
marker
off.
by the native?
Okay, okay, that's a good idea. Okay, okay. I'll put a blue marker next to him to help us remember there's something special there. And that will let me put the card off to the side here. I can set the card off to the side now. and put a blue marker on it to help remember that that is the challenge for that native. All
There
right.
we go.
All right. Um, I'm still the director, remarkably still the director. Had to bring out my loaded dice
Oh,
for you, but that's just the way it works sometimes. I'm going to ask you to activate again.
yeah. If we could have John move towards Wendy, or actually,
Okay.
he can go. Let's
He
have
can
him
go.
go as far as he can towards the native.
Okay. So you can move into contact with the native. That doesn't mean that you have to take a peril or anything, but you can go ahead and just
Correct.
run all the way to the native. He's
Yeah.
right here,
See if we can.
John says. You know what? John is not bad at plot points, if I remember right. He has 2 die 8 in cunning and 2 die 6 in finesse. I mean, he cannot attempt it regardless, but he is
Correct.
capable of completing a plot point.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask you to activate again.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Let's have
move
Michael
Michael.
move up. Yep. Towards them as well.
Okay. Maybe I'll just put him like in between the two of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't do any shooting or anything there. So the only character you haven't activated is Lost Boys. I'm going to ask you to
Hmm.
activate again. Where are they going to go?
Um, if they could go to the right of that pond.
Uh huh. So are they trying to get over here?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the overhead camera. And are they trying to get over here? 12
Yeah. Just in
inches.
case. Just in case the native goes a different direction.
Okay. Okay. So a 12-inch run around this way. 12-inch run. So
No, there's
there.
actual water in there. Wow.
Yeah, it is. The tabletop, this texture goo is made out. It's a product that isn't actually available anymore, but it was for the basically the this kind of red surface here. Um, was made for texturing your outdoor patio. So it is supposed to be waterproof
Wow.
because it's the sort of stuff that you would put on your wood outside as a patio resurfacer. Um, it's I don't know that it's actually available anymore. I mean, there's plenty of products that do that, but the particular one that I used,
Cool.
I don't think is made anymore. Anyhow, so it's actually supposed to be waterproof, so I could I could pour a little bit of water in the pod and use it to represent water. It's kind of silly.
Right
All
on.
right, so you've activated all your characters. Time for me to
Yep.
go. I guess I'm gonna go to Skycam here. Gosh, I guess I'm gonna send old Red Eric 12-inch run off towards Wendy. He's got a fairly
Let's
decent.
let's
Go
put a
ahead.
distraction on Red Eric.
Okay, Red Eric gets a distraction. Okay. Well, I definitely don't want to touch any terrain then. That includes the moai head, that includes the bushes, all that sort of stuff. So he's going to run up and he's going to get all the way to here. I don't think Red Eric has any shooting skills. So, no, he's not a shooter. So he is done. And then I'm going to
Now, did you
activate
hear me
Geek.
say put a distraction on Eric?
Yep. Yep. I heard you. I took your card.
Okay.
And I did not touch any terrain. So, all
Okay.
right. And Guy is going to come up behind Red Eric and will be right on his tail. So, I'll give you a view of what's going on this side of the table. Look at this, boys and girls. So, we have John has come up to the native. Michael's right behind him. Wendy's right behind Michael. But look over here, 2 member of Captain Hook's crew are now moving up through the jungle fast. Now, the native is going to move at the end of this turn. So if he takes a good bounce, he could end up over there in the middle of the pirates, or we don't know where he's going to go. All right, so I still have Smee and Captain Hook. So I guess I'm going to kind of do the same thing over here. I'm going to run with Captain Hook. He's going to take off a big 12-inch run.
Uh-oh.
And
Advertisement.
he's going to get all the way. He's going to run 12 inches and get all the way up here. Look at that. Now, I don't want to run if I'm within 6 inches of the plant. So I'm gonna scooch over just a little bit. I don't want to be close to that plant. I know what it does. So I'm staying outside of that the range of the plant. And then Smee, poor little Smee, he's just gonna move 6 inches. I'm gonna draw another card. He does his little 6-inch move. Hold up there, Captain Hook. Where you going? Why such a hurry? And he draws his card. His card that he draws is called Misfortune. Misfortune is drawn. Misfortune. That's a good little hand of cards there. And I guess Smee could actually shoot, but no, not if he does an action. He can't shoot. So that ends the turn. The last thing that's going to happen are the bandits. I'm sorry, not the bandits. The cannibals. We're going to have to see where they go. Let's roll for the one that's over here by Wendy. So he's going to move 11 inches. Oh, he's moving 11 inches. Now for the direction. Now they will not move off the table. So if he moves into the table edge, he just stops there. And he's moving backwards. He's moving directly away from John. He's moving back. I don't know who he's going to end up close to, but he's not going to be able to get too much further. He's going to move 11 inches. Is going to take him all the way to the edge of the table. So he's simply going to be on the edge of the table. And he is, obviously, he's out of range of the darling children. And let's see, Skycam. So he moved to the edge of the table here. He's, 11, 10 or so inches from John, about 9.5. And he's about 9 inches from Red Eric and Guy as well. So that put him, I figured he was going to get grabbed, but he found a good angle to take to avoid both of us. All right, now we have the one over there that is next to Peter. Let's see what he decides to do. I wonder if he's going to pull us off into the jungle. Here is the 2-die-6 roll for his distance. 9 inches. So that's going to be too far for Peter to grab him. Now for the direction. I like rolling the direction dice kind of close to the model if I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to move that rock just so I can get it in there. Direction, he's moving back towards this edge. He's moving back towards this edge 9 inches. Let's see, I'll go to Skycam again. 9 inches. And the direction is something like that. Okay, so he's actually the rock. I moved the rock so I could roll the dice. So I'm putting it back where it was. So he jumps to over there and jumps to the other side of the rock. And he's going to be all the way over here. Well, that's going to take him out of both of our range. Those wily natives, I tell you what, they're trying to lure us into that rock. They know there's the snake hidden underneath it. Okay. And that ends that turn. Let's double check and see if the Lost Boys are within 6 inches, though. They are. The Lost Boys are within 6 inches, and they would be rolling 3-die-6 on might Vern,
Yeah.
they would still
Yeah.
get to roll 3 die 6 for might. So that's actually a fairly decent chance for them. But could they get past the peril? We don't know what the
Right.
peril is. All right. That ends turn number 2. And still, we have not caught a single native.
Man.
Here we go. We're going to go to turn number 3. The turn has ended. We don't have any recovery checks.
Some
We don't have
cards.
anything else to do. Turn number 3 starts with cards. I'm still the director. I'm going to draw a card, and it is a stumble. I drew a stumble. Vern, you drew, and you got a bad news. A bad news is what you drew.
Yeah. Right.
All right, sir. You have, let's see, I'm the director, so I'm going to ask you to activate.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and use those Lost Boys and see if they can
Okay.
help out Peter here.
All right. Well, if they move up there, they're going to get a peril. They're
Yep.
going to get a peril for moving in for attempting this plot point. But it's a good one for them to try because they've got the might to grab him. So can they overpower the native here? It all comes down to whether or not they get a good peril, a tough peril. Let's see what it's going to be. 2 with cunning or might. So they have 3 die 6 in 3 die 6 in
Right.
might because remember they are a gang. So their might is based off of the number of models that they have cut in half. I'm double checking your abilities. I don't see anything there. I'm double checking your
Nope.
cards. I
I
don't
don't
see
think there's
anything
anything
there.
that can.
Okay. We're just going to have to roll these 3 dice and hope to get 2 of them.
Yeah.
I don't see any way they're oh, no way. No way. 2 successes and they got the 2 successes they needed. So they are
Yeah.
past the peril. Double checking your cards. I don't see anything. I don't see anything of mine. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this. All they have to do is get 1 success. How is it possible to fail this? It can't be failed. And 3 successes means the native is captured.
Yay.
3
Go
successes
boys.
means the native is captured. So the objective for this scenario is to draw the experience reward. And if you draw the experience reward, that is the major plot point, and that means you got the major plot point.
Right.
However, the experience card is not added into the stack. This is a special rule for the scenario. This isn't a normal thing. The experience card is not added into the rewards stack unless you already have 2 of these cards. So and that doesn't mean on an individual, but just anybody in your league has got one of these cards, or altogether a total of 2 of the cards. So I have 4 cards here. We'll just roll randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 1. This is 8. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Lost Boys have. You can discard a card to add +1 to your might or brawl, and that bonus lasts for the remainder of the turn. So that is the reward that the Lost Boys have.
All right, got it.
But
good job, boys.
that gets you 1 step closer. So they have a plot point now, and you have to place another native back on the table.
Right.
So it has to be placed anywhere on the table. It cannot be within 6 inches of the edge of the table, and it cannot be within 6 inches of your characters. I'll double check that and make sure I actually said that correctly. Oh, that's a weird camera view. That's not what I wanted. The overhead view. There we go.
So I'm thinking to put it back towards where we came from, like by the
Oh, over
hut,
towards
maybe.
the hut.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So it has to be at least 6 inches for the Lost Boys. So kind of back fairly close to the Lost Boys and Peter, maybe just
yeah,
on the other side
yeah.
of this tree.
And 6 inches in from the edge. Yeah,
Yeah, probably right about here. And it'll put it about
cool.
8 inches from Peter and the Lost Boys.
Yeah,
So if we put it right there, have to be over 6 inches from the edge. Okay, so there it is. All right, so it's just about 7 inches away from Peter, and Peter has not activated. But boys and girls, Vern has become the director there. So I'm going to move
yay.
the button to Vern. Vern is now the director. Remember, when you capture a reward card, that's one of the two ways, your normal rules for how you become the director. So you can either choose to activate your that was your first character, right? Was that the first
Yeah,
character you activated?
yeah. That was the first one. So
Yeah, yeah.
let's have Peter move towards the new native
Okay,
and give him, and if you can give him a little cover, and he's going to shoot back at Hook after he's moved.
okay. Um, I can't give you cover, and it's actually not important because Hook does not shoot. So I can move you towards the native. I don't know. Do you want to remain within 6 inches of Hook? Oh, I want to clarify. To be to get cover, you have to be in contact with the terrain. If I move you into contact, that means you're going to get a peril.
Right. And
Understand?
we're
So the only way to
yeah,
get cover in this scenario is to move into contact with a peril, which you're
right.
certainly capable of doing. Peter's a good character, so he could handle
Yeah,
a peril, but there's no reason to do that because
right.
Peter can't
Especially with
shoot.
Hook not
I
being
mean, I'm
able to
sorry,
shoot.
Hook.
Yeah,
Hook can't shoot back, so you might as well just stand in the open.
yeah.
Uh, Now,
Let's do
Smee is
that.
a heck of a shooter, though.
Oh, is he? Oh boy.
Oh, I think he's got 2 die 6 in it, so look out. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras again here and look over here at Peter. So Peter takes off towards. Do you want to remain? Do you want to get as close? Do you want to do a full 6 inch move towards the native, or do you want to go a little bit slower just so you can get an extra dice of shooting at Hook?
Yeah, let's go a little bit shorter so we can get the extra shot.
Okay, so you're going to move because the native isn't going to be there anyway. So
Right.
I'm going to move you about 4 inches. That's going to leave you within 6 inches of Hook and about 3 or 4 inches away from the native. And from there, you can shoot at Hook. I'm not going to shoot back because I can't, so I will choose to dodge. Peter would normally get 2 die 6. A third dice will be added for your shooting because of the range, and Hook will try to dodge with 3 die 10. Here is the roll. 3 die 6, double checking cards. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. Nothing over there. Nothing over there. Okay. Oh boy, 3 hits, 6, 6, and a 4. Here is the dodge. I dodged them all. 10 dodges your
Oh,
6, 8 dodges your 6, 5 dodges your 4. So no
oh, good
damage.
dodge.
No
All right.
damage. I will not move on my disengage. So I'll hang out right there. You've activated 2 of your characters. You still have 3 characters to activate. Do you want to continue activating or do you want me to go?
Um, I think we'll go ahead and have Wendy move towards that nearest native.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what we have here. You want to just do a 6-inch move towards him? Or do you want to do a
Yeah,
6-inch
yeah. Let's
move?
do and get her a card. Yeah,
Will will not get you within 6 inches of the native, but we know he's
he's
at
gonna
this
be moving.
point off in this corner. I don't know, man. It's going to leave you a little bit short of a 6-inch range to the native. Do you want to hold back, or do you want to move over 6 inches?
Let's go ahead and do 6 inches.
Okay, all right. So that's going to leave her short of the native. She's moved on to my dice rolling area, and she's going to draw a card. Or you could shoot. She has a shoot skill.
Yeah, I'm
She,
contemplating
um,
that at
Red
red
Eric
there.
does not have any shoot skill, so he's a free game at
Yeah,
shooting.
but
Uh,
if I shoot, I don't get the card, right?
Correct. It's one or the
Yeah.
other. Do you want to draw a card or do you want to shoot?
Is he within 6?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go ahead and shoot at him.
Okay, so that's going to get you 3 die 6. I'm going to have to actually move her off of my dice cup for a moment. And Red Eric will try to dodge. You got a 5. Red Eric dodges with 3 die 8, 4 die 8. Need to get a 5. Got it. And Red Eric dodged you.
No.
All right. So you are here on the eyeball. Okay. All right. You are still the director. Do you want to continue activating, or do you want me to go?
Let's have John move to where he's between Wendy and Red,
Okay.
and he'll shoot as well.
John does not have a shooting skill.
Oh, no shooting. Yeah, you're right. Um,
You want to move
actually,
him?
he will go move him 12 inches towards the native. Then
Okay. All right. So he was here. 12 inches towards the native will actually take you off the table. So instead, I'll just put you right against the native. The full move. Get you right up against the native there. All right.
and
You
then
still have one
Michael
character
will.
that you haven't activated. You
Yeah,
don't have to activate him. He could, Michael could shoot at Red Eric also. It's a free shot because you don't have, so you would get 2 dice to shoot at him if you chose to, or you could do something else with
yeah.
Michael.
Let's do with Michael what we were going to do with John.
Okay, so he moves in between and throws a rock at Red Eric. All right, so
Yeah,
he'll get an extra dice. I'm going to move Wendy for a moment. He gets 2 dice. I'll try and dodge. So my only choice. Got no hits, so uh, nothing there. Okay, so you've activated all your characters, and now I will
all right.
start activating. Gosh, I don't know what to do here. Hmm. Hmm. I guess Hooky is going to. Gosh. Do I rush Peter? I feel like I might have to do that. That just feels like it's in character, right? That just feels like it's in character. Okay, I'm going to rush Peter. That just feels like what I would do. I've got you now, Peter Pan. All right. So he's coming at Peter for no other reason than it just feels like a good move. Um, Let me see if I have anything. Do you want to play your Unseen Peril before I move?
I was thinking about it, but I'm going to hold off.
Okay. All right. So we'll go into the fight. Hooky rolls 4 die 10. 4
Okay,
die.
so he was how many inches away when he charged?
A long ways. He was over
Is it
3 inches.
enough for defensive fire?
Sure. But you're a better brawler than a shooter.
I'm just thinking of the. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the clear shot, but never mind. Yeah, we'll go with the brawling.
Okay. So 3 die 10 to brawl back, or you could dodge. Got to move Wendy again.
We're gonna brawl. We got to
Okay. All
keep
right.
Hooky
All right.
excited.
So 4 die 10 coming at you from Captain Hook. 4 die 10. Oh, he wants Peter Pan. A 4, a 5, a 6, and a 9. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 9. Here is Peter Pan. 2 7s and a 10. Goodness me, oh my. Now, you are a fencer. Oh, I didn't even have my dice cam up. Doggone it. Any
Right.
camera. That, okay. So, you could make me re-roll one of my dice using your fencer ability. You want me to re-roll my 9?
Yeah, let's have Hook re-roll one of his.
Okay. Double checking your abilities and your cards. Don't need to use that. Don't need to use that. Okay. Double checking your abilities. Okay. Oh, I have a reroll also. Okay, so if I get something bad, oh well, can't reroll the same dice twice. 5. Okay, well, it made it a 5. So I'm
Oh,
just
so
gonna
they
leave
don't.
it there.
Yeah.
Indomitable two-fisted. Okay, so that's it. That's the fight. All right, so I think I'm just gonna say take them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to say take them all. So you're going to have to take a 4 dice health check, and Hook is going to have to roll a 3 dice health check. As the
Yeah.
active character, I have to roll first, and I'm going to choose to use my Stay Well card instead of rolling
Ooh.
that health check. I'm going to use my Stay Well, automatically pass the check, and draw another fortune card. Fortune card I added was an out of ammo. All right. Now you have to roll a 4 dice health check, double checking your cards. Oh, I should have asked you if you wanted to use your bad news, but would not have been.
I thought about it, but with what you ended up with, forget it.
Yeah. Okay. So 4 dice health check for Peter. And this time Peter takes a pow. Peter is struck by Captain Hook. Now I
Uh-oh.
have to decide if I'm going to knock you sprawling, and I think I will. In addition, I'm going to go ahead and use a stumble card, and I'm going to stumble you X inches. So X is always, remember, whenever it asks for X, you draw a card, you look at the number at the bottom, and that tells you what X is. So in this case, it is a 1. Going to move 1 inch in a random direction. So we'll roll it over here close. So 1 inch basically back towards the native, like so.
Okay.
All right. That made me the director.
All right.
Have you activated you have activated all your characters, right?
Yeah, everyone's
Okay.
activated.
All right. So I will continue my activations now. Smee. Poor Smee. What is Smee up to back there? He has fallen further and further behind. Oh, I forgot. Let's see. Smee's going to activate. He's going to carefully avoid moving into contact with that jungle there. He'll just go ahead and move his 6 inches, and then he's going to draw me a card. Captain, look what I see over there.
Mhm.
Getting my cameras switched. I missed my Bessie. I drew another out of ammo.
All right.
All right. So I've activated both of the characters on that side of the table. Now on this side of the table, I want to get into position. I want to get into position for what's going to happen to that native. I'm going to move Red Eric. Oh, I
Okay,
can't
we're gonna
cross that
throw the
Moai. I don't want to. I don't
What's
want to
that?
touch. I don't want to come into contact with the Moai head. I'm going to activate Red Eric. Did you want to do that unseen peril?
Yeah, we'll do the unseen peril on him.
Okay,
Yeah.
unseen peril on Red Eric. So we draw a random challenge for a peril. 2 with cunning or might. Red Eric, what can you do? Red Eric, where are you?
He's got 3.
3 die 8.
3d8.
3d8. Okay, so I got to get 2 of these. Looking at my cards. Don't look like I got anything. I got a 5 and a 7. That's enough to make it past the peril. Okay. Well, I guess Red Eric is going to end up running, but I'm going to have him go around the Moai head and get to kind of over here in between all of the little children and get to right here. So he's trying to get into a position depending on where that native goes. If the native goes off this way, I can grab him. Maybe if he goes off this way, but I'm going to try and get into a position where I can catch that native. Gee, hmm. Gee is going to kind of do the same thing, but he's going to come up this direction. He's trying to hem in that native and trying to stop him from running. All right, so that'll be my last two characters. And then that ends the turn, and we're going to move the natives.
All right.
Going to move the natives, so we're going to roll for this one over here. 2 dice 6 inches for this one. 7 inches. Okay, that could be bad, depending on what way he goes. And he's just going to squirt up the side of the table there. He can't move off the table, but we'll just give him like about an inch off that way. We'll call that good. Then the other native. See where he goes. 2 dice 6 is the distance. 8 inches. 1d8 is the direction. All right. He's heading off towards the carnivorous plant. 8 inches is definitely going to put him inside the plant area. All right. And he's over there. Well, that leaves him within 6 inches of Peter and Captain Hook if we choose to cross through that perilous area. The only way we could reach him this turn is to cross through that perilous area without running. If we run, then of course we can't do the plot point, and then we would also activate the man-eating plant.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that stumble is gone. That ends the turn.
Yeah.
I haven't completed a single plot point this game. You've got one. I have to get 2 before I can even have a chance to get the major plot point. Well, I guess that's what I'm going to do. We're starting turn number 4. We're going to draw cards.
Let's do one. See if we can recover Peter.
Absolutely. A recovery check for Peter. Double checking your cards. Okay. Abilities. Okay. All right. So we just need a 4 or better. No. Peter remains injured. I think Hook may have had some poison on his blade.
Could be. Yeah.
Hook wouldn't do such a thing.
Yeah.
Draw new cards.
Yep.
Draw new cards. I'll draw the first card. I drew a steady aim. Peter, you're going to add a disarmed. 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 All right. Well, this turn I'm gonna have to go first this time.
You broke up a little bit there, Dave. What was that one?
I'm gonna activate first.
Yeah,
I'm gonna activate
you broke
the first
up. What was that? What was that card? Disarmed.
Yes, disarmed.
Okay. All right. There.
Disarmed.
Just you broke up a bit. So.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Not your problem.
Okay. Well, Red Eric is going to take his best shot at that plot point. He's not a great plot point grabber, but He has a better chance than Guy. So here comes Red Eric. I'm double checking your cards. Do you have anything you want to play when I activate? I don't see
I don't think there's
anything.
anything I can do.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move into contact with the plot point, and then I will attempt it. The peril is first. Remember, plot points are always perilous, except when they're not.
Yeah.
2 dice 6 in cunning. So he doesn't have a great cunning. I'm going to have to roll 1 success with cunning. I'm going to double check my cards. I don't have anything to help me. I don't have a good ability to help me. All right. Well, that's all I can do then. All right. One of these has to be a success. And it is. So I make it past the peril. Don't have anything to play. Here is the plot point. 1 with finesse or cunning. And those are both the same with 2 dice 6. So again, one of these has to be a success. And they are. So that plot point is captured. That plot point is tagged. And now I have to decide where I'm going to place the next one. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it all the way over there by Smee. I'm going to put it all the way over here by what's in my way? All the way over here by
And what card did
Smee.
Red get?
What'd you say?
And what card did Red get?
Oh, I don't know. 6 inches from Smee. I'm going to put it, well, it's going to be in the jungle area. I'm sorry, within contact. See, so it has to be over 6 inches. So it's about 7 inches away from Smee. There it is. There it is, sitting over there for Smee. So both of the natives are now moving towards the jungle plant, the man-eating plant in the middle of the table. They know if they can lure people in there, it becomes even more dangerous. So here is a card draw for Red Eric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6 is he can discard a card to gain a +1 to his cunning or his dodge, and that lasts for the remainder of the turn. So that's what Eric has.
Okay.
Eric has himself a plot point. All right, that's I think I was already the director, so that doesn't change anything. So now I have 1 plot point. Well, what's Guy gonna do now? Do I continue? Oh, where is that? Oh, gosh. Do I take a risk over here and try to grab another plot point? I think I have to, right? Oh, gosh. I think I have to go for a second one. I think I do. Can you see that? Can you see that there? So there's Captain Hook. There's Peter. And there's that native. But to reach the native, I'm going to have to clamber over that moai head, fallen moai head there to get over here. If I want to do it in one turn, if I go around the moai head, I won't be able to reach the native in one turn. So I'm gonna have to do it though. Yeah, we're not in contact anymore. That was the whole point of stumbling him. The whole point of using the stumble there is one. I was hoping also I could force him into the jungle, but also I didn't want to be in contact with him at the start of the next turn, so that's why I pushed him back. All right. Well, as soon as I come into contact with the moai head, let me double check and see if you have anything you want to play. Clear shot, stay down, bad news, warmed up, disarmed. No. Okay. So as soon as I touch the moai head, I've got to draw a peril. The random peril is 2 with might or finesse. He's got 3 die 10 in both of those. So I will be using my might for this check. So I have a reroll if I need it. I have 3 die 10, and I've got to get 2 of them, and I got it. 2 successes was what I needed, and that's what I got. So he clambers over the moai head and is able to get into contact with the native. All right, now he gets another. Once I get into contact, I'm going to attempt that plot point. So he gets another peril now. And this one is 2 with finesse or cunning. Well, I'm going to use my finesse this time. I'm going to use my 3 die 10 and finesse, and I've got to get 2 of these to be a success. And I did. Whichever way that dice rolls, it'll be a success, an 8 or a 10. So those 2 successes. It gets past the second peril. Now it is the plot point. The plot point is 1 with finesse or cunning. Only need 1. I'm using my finesse, and I got it. So that is a second plot point captured. So I have 2 cards left here that I can pick from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So Hook has instead of rolling for a peril, I can discard a card to automatically pass it. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, and that gives me 2 plot points, boys and girls. Did you see that? So the next time one of my characters completes a plot point, that means I can add the reward card into the experience card into the stack. And right now we're down to 2 cards. We're down to 2 cards. So
and these
that
are no
gives
drop,
me,
so
yeah, and they're no drop, so it would give me a 50-50 chance. But if he gets this other one beforehand, then that means the only card left would be the experience card. Whew. Tough. So Cookie has that. Now I have to put the cannibal back out here. What do you guys think? Where do I put him? I think I'm going to put him right over there next to the other can't. No, I'm going to double check the rules. I bet you I can't put it within 6 inches of another plot point. Betcha. Let's double check. What does it say in the book of books? Let's see. When you place the plot points, rewards, one recur. Let's see. After you draw a reward for this plot point, you must place a new native marker on the table. Must be placed over 6 inches from the edge and other plot points. Okay, well, so it cannot be placed. I cannot place him directly next to that other plot point, which is what I was wanting to do. So it's got to be over 6 inches from that too. All right. Well, if I can't be completely dirty, I'll be as dirty as I can be. And I think I'm going to try and sneak him back here. Do you think there's any possible way that I can get? Where's he at? Where's the native at? What I do with it? There he is. Is there any possible way you think that I can get him back there behind me? Is there any way I could get him back there? Let's double check our distances. See if he's over 6 inches.
Yeah,
from
he should be able to do that.
He is over 6 inches from Smee. He's over 6 inches from the other plot point, and he is over 6 inches from the edge of the table. So there he is on the table. The only character that I have not activated. Where are we at on our turns here? I haven't activated Guy or Shmi. You haven't activated anybody, have you?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think you have either. I feel like I want to go ahead and activate Smee before you do anything else. I'm going to go ahead and activate Smee. I'm double checking your cards. I don't see anything to play. So Smee is going to go ahead and activate. Should give a different camera view. Smee is going to go ahead and activate, and he's going to head off towards the newest one that was placed. I'm just going to move him 6 inches that way. He's going to end up about a ½ inch away from the cannibal, and I'm going to draw another card. I might just go ahead and do all my characters. I hate doing that, but I'm going to draw a card. The card that I draw is Unseen Peril. Unseen Peril is what I drew. Okay. So the only character I haven't drawn is Guy. And what do I do with him? You know what? I'm going to leave Guy unactivated. I'm going to leave Guy in my back pocket, and I'm not going to activate him. Will you help me remember that, boys and girls at home? Guy has not activated.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and ask you to activate a character.
You were cutting out there. What'd you say?
I'm going to ask you to activate a character. Guy
Okay.
is not going to activate. So I'm going to ask you to activate a character. I might switch back to my regular hat. Maybe that's not working too well. Apologize for any noise that you guys are getting while I switch hats. Okay. All right. Go ahead, brother. What do you think you want to do? You haven't activated a single character.
The Lost Boys. Let's have the Lost Boys move towards Smee.
Okay. 12-inch run.
Let's see. How close would it? There he is over there. They could still shoot, couldn't they?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have them run and shoot.
Okay. Sorry about all the coughing. Let me see if I can find a cough.
All right.
Oh, they have a plot point they're carrying also.
Right.
I think it's a brawling plot point, if I remember right.
It's the Brawl and Might, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can find a cough drop. Okay, so you ran. That's going to cost you a dice, but you are in short range. So that's going to get you a dice back.
Yeah. So 3d6.
So you'll get 3 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think you have Plucky. Yeah, you have Plucky. Once per turn, before you roll a shoot or brawl dice for one of your characters, you may cancel a -1 penalty. Would you like to use your Plucky to cancel the penalty for running?
Yeah, let's go ahead and use 4 dice.
Okay. So you have 4 dice coming at poor little Smee. That is atrocious. Smee only has 4 die 8 to dodge with. 4 die 8 to dodge with. Or I could shoot back. Oh, man. Let me get something to drink. Good morning to everybody joining us today. I see a man of action on here. Flash kaboom. Thank you guys so much for joining today. Davros is on here. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to dodge you. So you got 4 die 6 shooting. I'll dodge with 4 die 8. You got 3 successes, 2 5s and a 4. I'm trying to dodge 2 5s and a 4. And I only dodged 2 of them, and I'm gonna have to roll a 1 dice health check.
Okay,
Dodge
I want to
4,
put bad
dodge
news
5.
on me as well.
You gonna use your bad news?
Yeah.
Okay, add bad news. So Smee will have to roll a 2 dice health check. Look out, Smee! The Lost Boys are coming up from behind. And that 2 is enough to fail a health check, and he is injured. Ow! Did we forget to roll a recovery check for Peter last turn? Or did we?
Yeah, we
we
did.
did roll. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So Smeet. Oh, I put it on the wrong character.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We figured you'd figure that out.
So Smee is the one that's actually injured. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can continue activating.
We're the director now, aren't we?
You are the director. So you can force me to activate my last character, which is Guy,
Yeah.
or you could start activating.
Let's let's see how is Peter in relationship to these two natives?
He's a ways. You could fly
Yeah.
into contact with the one that is way over there by Smee. That would give you a. Oh, well, that's slightly. Oh, I got that ruler backwards. I could fly you and put you into contact with either one of them. If you land, if you land next to this one, you'll have to do a horror check and a peril because you're within
Right.
6 inches of the plant. Or I can get you about 2 inches away from this one, way over here.
Let's do the far one.
Okay, so you are 2 inches away from the um, the native there. And you could shoot again at Smee.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. So oh, I apologize. You cannot fly and shoot in the same activation. So I'll have to backtrack that statement.
No worries.
So I still have one character to activate.
Can we fly into contact with Smee?
Yes, absolutely. You can fly into contact with Smee.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. Fly into contact with Smee. Both of us are injured. Interesting. Well, Smee is not a brawler. So Peter has not been in a fight this turn. I assume that you're wanting to brawl, so you'll have 3 die 10. Smee will try to dodge with 4 die 6.
Okay.
And here we go. Here is the
Remember,
roll.
we're at 3 die 8 right now.
You are right. 3 die 8. 3 die 8. Here we go. 3 die 8 for your attack. And you got an 8. So there's no way I could stop that with 6s. So I won't even bother rolling. And I'll have to roll a 1 die 6 health check.
If I could re-roll one of mine.
You bet. You bet. Reroll one of yours using your fencer ability. Turn it into a 5. So I can stop a 5. So I'll roll 4 die 6. I did not stop your 5, and I'll have to roll a 2 dice health check. Smee rolls double 4s and remains on his feet.
Oh.
Hi,
Okay,
Peter. How you doing?
News. We already used our bad news, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You are still the boss.
You're
still the director. So you have 3 characters that you have not activated. I still have 1 character to activate. What do you want to do next?
Let's move. So is Wendy, is that where she is, or should she be where the rolling?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay. Let's have her go towards So even if we knocked Eric down, we still wouldn't be able to get the plot point, right?
Correct. Yeah, we said there were no drop in
Yeah.
this scenario.
Let's have her go towards your camera base there, around to where she can get a shot at Captain Hook.
Around where she could have shot at Captain Hook. So a 6-inch move towards Captain
And then, yeah.
Hook. Get you to there. And she can throw 2 dice 6 at him, 2 dice 6 at Captain Hook. On a very good view. 2 dice 6, Captain Hook. You just see him between those two trees there. Here's Wendy.
What's that? Yeah.
Just hacking and coughing, sir.
No.
You have 2 dice 6 to roll. And I will try to
hold off
dodge.
and just draw. Let's just draw a card instead.
Oh, okay. Drawing a card. The card you drew is a danger. That is same as unseen peril. All right.
Danger.
You still have 2 characters that have not activated. I have
Okay.
1.
So what was that card? Unseen danger?
Yeah, it's a danger. It's just called danger.
Oh, just danger. Okay. Let's see. There they are there. Don't want to be. That's the little guy. So let's have Michael go up towards Wendy.
Okay. He could move 6 inches and throw 1 dice of shooting at Captain Hook if you wanted to.
Yeah. I doubt it, but never hurts to try.
Okay. So a 6-inch move around the bush here. Get you over here in front of Wendy. 6-inch move. So I'll have 1 dice 6 to throw at him. I'm going to go ahead and have to dodge. That's my only option. So here is your dice. It's a 4. Let's see if I can get a dodge in there. I only have 3 die 10 to dodge, 4 die 10 to dodge. Dodged it. I guess I'm going to move an inch away from you, kind of off in that direction. All right. You still have 1 character that hasn't activated. That is John, and I have Guy.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Let's have John. If he can run, let's see. There's Guy.
Run past Guy.
He can. Yeah.
Run towards the nearest native.
Yeah. 12 inches.
12 inch. You can get past John. I'm sorry, past the native.
Yeah.
Past Guy. Okay. And get you all the way to here. That still puts you about 9 inches or so away from the native. But at least he can actually see him now. So there's John, and he spots the native through the jungle. All right, so you activated everybody. So I have 1 character that hasn't activated, and that is Guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and activate. Play the danger.
Go ahead and put danger on him.
All right. So when Guy activates, he's going to have to face a random peril. The random peril is 1 with finesse. Okay. Well, I'm going to try that. I got 1 dice in finesse. Looking at my cards. Okay. I got nothing to play. So I need a 4, 5, or 6. And I did not. So I'm going to take a hit. Have to pass a health check. Did not. And Guy is down. And that will end the activation. So we have recovery checks.
Yeah.
Here's a recovery check for Guy. Guy's back on his feet.
Oh.
Here's a recovery check for Pita. Peter does not recover.
Oh,
Here
the
is a
dog.
recovery check for Smee.
Yeah.
Smee does not recover. All right. And that ends the turn. So, gosh, we're starting turn number 5. Are we going to be able to find that major plot point? I don't know. I don't know.
So,
Um,
all right.
I've
So
got 2
Smee
plot
out?
points. We're going to start turn number 5. We're drawing cards. Your
And
card,
I'm still
sir.
director?
You are the director.
Oh, right.
Your card is, oh, sorry. We need to move our natives.
Oh, right.
I'm going to roll for the one that's kind of out here in the middle of the table. 7 inches is how far he's moving. And he's moving towards Captain Hook. But he's not going to make it to... He's not making it to Captain Hook. Instead, he's going to be standing in the middle of that plant. 7-inch move in this direction. 7-inch move. He is definitely in range of Captain Hook, except
No.
he has placed himself right on that perilous area. We said all of the terrain in this scenario, everything that is placed on the table is a perilous area. So the plant itself is a perilous area, and he is sitting inside that perilous area. And now we're going to roll for the other one. The distance will be 5 inches. Okay. We're going to roll the dice over there in the vicinity of our native. And he's also moving up. How many inches was it? 5. He's moving up into the perilous area as well. He's going to go up 5 inches. And check this out, boys and girls. Check this out. 5 inches puts him up here. Catch me if you can.
No, he's being canny.
He is within 6 inches of Peter and Smee. Both of them are injured.
Yeah.
Oh, what a game these natives play. Interesting. All right. So we have the potential of both leaders getting a plot point this turn. This native has left himself within range of Peter and Smee. So Peter has control of the initiative here. Peter could jump up there and grab him before Smee can activate. If Smee has a chance to activate, he's going to grab him. But Captain
Go ahead and do the cards.
Also, yeah, we'll do cards. Captain Hook is also sitting over here in range of another plot point.
Yeah.
Goodness me, oh my. Goodness me, oh my. Okay. Yep, we're going to draw cards now. So that turn is ended. And now a new turn starts. And we're going to draw cards. Card for Vern. Vern, you drew a danger. Another danger.
All right.
And I drew a focus. Focus. How nice is that? Okay, sir. Gosh.
Oh, boy.
This is going to be tricky. What do you think you're going to do here, Vern? I'm going to give you an overhead view for some reason.
We're going to have the lost. Sorry?
Go ahead and let me know what you're going to do.
We're going to have the Lost Boys.
You're going to activate the Lost Boys. As soon as you say you're going to activate the Lost Boys, I'm going to play Parlay.
Oh.
Go ahead and do whatever you think you want to do with the Lost Boys. However, they cannot move over 6 inches, and they cannot attack or fight anybody.
Well, then game over for me. Move them 6 inches towards Smee.
Okay. Parlay. Oh, Peter, can't we talk about this?
Right. Oh, the dog.
All right, 6 inches will get you about an inch away from Smee. Blip, 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 blip. I gotta make sure that I'm not touching that jungle because that is a scary place. All right, so the Lost Boys move up to Smee. Parlay remains in play for the remainder of the scenario. All right, I'm sorry, not the remainder of the scenario, the remainder of the turn. You are
Right.
still in control of the initiative here, Vern. Who would you like to
Okay.
activate
How
next? You want
close?
me to go or do you
How
want to go?
close? No. How close is one of my characters to Captain Hook over there?
Okay, how close are you to Captain Hook?
Yeah, we're
Michael,
looking at Wendy or Michael.
yep, Michael and Wendy. I'm going to remind you that you cannot move over 6 inches this turn because of parlay.
Right. You got this one today, I think.
You are about 9 inches. Michael is about 10 inches from Captain Hook, and Wendy is about 11 inches from him.
uh, uh,
The plot point in the middle, Michael is
I'm
about
not good.
7 inches from it. Wendy is about 8 inches from it.
Well, let's leave Michael as close as we can to the native.
Okay. 6-inch move gets you to there. Now, I'm gonna throw an idea out here.
Okay.
Thinking through the turn sequence. So over there where Smee and Peter are, you could activate first, and you could go up there and grab that plot point.
So I can just pull away from Smee, no problem.
Oh, we are still in contact. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. You won't be able to move Peter. You're right. Forgot about that. I forgot that they were actually in contact.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, almost wanted me to make that dodge roll so you could move. I could have moved away from you, but okay.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So that's irrelevant over there. Then we'll have to see how this
Sadly,
plays
yeah.
out. Then I was thinking it would almost be better to let me activate first
Right.
rather than grab a plot point because then I would have a 50-50 chance. But if you complete a plot point before I do, then I'm going to guaranteed to have the major plot point be the last card to be drawn.
Mhm.
But yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Back into play. So you can activate a character or you can make me go.
Yeah. Get Wendy as close as she can over there by Peter. I mean
Okay.
by
Hook.
Hook. Yeah.
Okay. She cannot run, but she can move her 6 inches. She'll be about a smidge, one half, 1/3 of a smidge away from Michael.
Mm.
Okay. You still have John that has not activated with his fanciful top
Yeah.
hat.
And then we'll have John move
Sit,
towards Wendy.
move towards Wendy, moving around the plant. He
Yeah, as
finds
far as he
just
can.
an absolutely lovely pile of skulls. An absolutely, oh, well, look what I found here, Wendy.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you have not activated Peter. Okay, Vern, here's the thing. Here's the thing here. Here's the thing. If you make Smee go, well, I'm not going to activate Smee though. So if you make Smee go and Peter can take out Smee, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
yeah.
Doggone it. I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
something here. If you could take Smee out during Smee's activation, then you would still have your activation to go up and grab that um, that fellow, and you could
Okay, so
actually, yeah, if you make me go, you still have a chance to win this scenario.
So how can I do that again?
Okay. Simply by, if you stop activating right now, if I activate, then I'm going to try, I'm fairly sure we can't even fight. Oh, we can't fight this turn. I keep forgetting about
Right.
parlay. We can't fight. We'll have to move away. That's even better. That's even better. That's even better. Yeah. You have a real shot at getting that plot point. If you make Smee activate, but if you make me activate, all I'm going to do is I'm going to move up and try and get the plot point. I'll have a 50-50 chance of basically winning the game.
But you've got Hook hasn't done anything yet.
Right. That's what I would have to do on my
Yeah.
activation.
Yeah.
Is I would activate Hook and he would move. Now, if I draw the wrong card, then you actually have a chance of grabbing. I'm just saying the
Oh,
sequence. You're
true
not out of
enough.
this game yet. You could still get away.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we're not going to be able to fight. We will have to separate, and one of these two characters will get their activation. So if Peter activates and we separate, then Smee will be free to run up and grab that plot point. If Smee activates, then they'll get to separate too. It's interesting. There's a nice little chess game going here. You have to decide though, brother. You want me to
it'll be over to
activate,
you
or are you
now.
going to activate?
What can I do with Peter? I can't do anything with him, right?
Correct. All we would do is the best thing you do here, honestly, Vern, is to tell me to activate a character.
Yeah.
I know that's not
what
in
we'll
your
do.
nature, but I think that's really your only
go
play
for it.
here is you don't want to activate Peter first.
Yeah. Go for it, Dave.
Okay. So on my activation, I'm going to activate Captain Hook. We can't do any fighting, so all I'm going to do is try to get that last plot or another plot point. So I will activate Captain Hook. I don't think you have any cards. What, do you want to play Danger on him?
It's not going to do any good, really.
I don't know. It could. I mean, depending on what the peril
would
is.
it do better against Smee?
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
Stop Smee.
Yeah, we'll hold off on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see any other cards for you to play, so we'll just go ahead and continue this turn. So Captain Hook is going to move into as soon as he touches this area, he will have to take a peril. And here is the peril. Get my picture up. There's the peril. It is 1 with cunning. Well, actually, that is his weak spot. He only has 2 die 8 in cunning. Gosh, do I use my focus here? Do I use my focus? Surely I could get 1 success on 2d8. I don't know that I'm willing to risk it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and because I'm going to have to take another peril. Doggone it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try it on 2d8. And I need to roll 1 of these has to be a success. And it is. By the skin of his teeth. He gets 1 success and he makes it into the man-eating plant. I forgot about my... Oh, I could have automatically passed a peril instead of rolling for it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is draw his peril for attempting the plot point. So here's another peril. 1 with might. Okay, so instead of rolling for this character, you may discard to automatically pass the challenge for a peril. Okay, I'll do that because I just don't. I get 3 die 10, but I'm not willing to risk it. And I'm going to go ahead and discard to automatically pass that peril. So that was with my reward card. So now it is the plot point. The plot point is 1 with cunning. Boy, they're hitting him at his weak spot. They're hitting him at his weak spot, boys and girls. And now I'm
Well,
going to
hasn't
use
seemed to
the
hurt him
focus.
too much yet.
Now I'm going to use the focus for a third D8. And there it is, my third D8. Here it is. And I got the one success I needed. Now, boys and girls, there are 2 cards sitting here. There are 2
this might
cards
be
sitting
4.
here. 2 cards. I don't. Oh, yeah. One of them is the reward. Yeah, one of them is the experience card. One is the other card, the other reward card. So we're gonna roll. 1, 2, 3. It's this card. 4, 5, 6. I get this card. 4, 5, 6. It's this card right here. So if I draw the reward card, if I draw the experience card, that is the game. We said the rewards were no drop in this scenario, so that would give me 5 experience or 5 victory points, and that would seal it.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, if you haven't already, please take a moment right now and make sure you are subscribed to our little channel. Also, please hit the like button for us. That shows the support. I really do. We need you to do your part a little bit. I'm so glad that you guys come on here and join us. Please take a moment right now and hit that like button for us. And if you're already a subscriber, hit the bell so we get a deal. And I want to say a big Merry Christmas to all of you out there.
That's
Christmas
right.
Eve. Vern Jeske, we haven't showed a picture of Vern Jeske this entire game. Let's see. I don't know if he's in his Santa Claus outfit today.
I'm wearing my SH hat, which
You got to
stands for Santa's
see.
helper.
You got to see Vern Jeske here. Let's see. Camera 4. Oh, there he is. Santa Claus. Santa Claus himself in all of his wondrous glory. So
Merry
a big
Christmas
thank
to
you
you
to
all.
Santa Claus for coming on and playing with us today. Vern, I think he was talking about it earlier, has been doing like some Santa Claus stuff in this local community. So just how huge is that?
Yeah.
All right. So here is the draw. Here is the draw. If this is the experience card, the game is over.
All right.
And it is the experience card. There it is. The game is over. Dun, dun, dun.
Look, was just too much.
Wow, that was really cool. I think you still had, if I'd have drawn the other card, I'm not sure how it would have turned out.
Right.
Because that was crazy close.
Yeah. Well, that
depending on how that was resolved over there, whichever one of those characters activated first. If it was Smee activated first, that means Peter was going to have a shot at that plot point.
Mm-hmm.
That means Peter was going to get to move up there and grab it.
Mm-hmm.
If Peter activated first, then Smee was going to get up there, because whatever happened when they had to fight, they would have to choose to dodge, which means that they would have that opportunity to back up. And I guarantee you, I would have backed up an inch to get away from Peter.
Well, my goal was to hit Smee with the Lost Boys first.
I know,
and then hopefully free up Peter.
Yeah. They would have definitely given. Yeah, they would have definitely have given Smee a
run for his money.
A thumping. Yeah, coming up there with 3 die 8, and he was only dodging, I think, with 3 die 6. Yeah, that would have been tough. So, sorry, Bessie couldn't be with us today. She's battling a terrible toothache.
Well, hopefully she'll be rested for tomorrow.
Yeah. We did Christmas fun over at her mother's place yesterday, so it was a big family event over at Max's grandma's house. So that was a lot of fun. Big F7 fun game. Oh, you kids with your wacky acronyms. I can't keep up with all the cool lingo, the cool jingo from folks. Horror check. We didn't do any horror checks, Jim. You only do a horror check. Maybe he should have.
All
You only
right.
do a horror check. The spores are only released if you're moving fast in
Yeah.
the area, which everybody moved pretty slow once they got into the within 6 inches of the plant. I don't remember
Yeah.
anybody running.
That parlay
Um,
slowed everybody, and yeah.
Feed me Seymour plant. I don't think he had a horror check there. Let's double check. Let's see. Fleeting trail, special prize. Oh, it's on the card. It's not part of the scenario. Was added. This was a bonus.
No,
Whenever
we're
a
good.
character fails the man-eating plant peril, which he didn't fail the peril, not only does he take the hits, but he also they get pulled into contact. When you roll for a man-eating plant peril, I think he probably should have. I think he probably should have rolled a horror. We could have called that, since moving into contact with the terrain was the man-eating plant. We could call that a man-eating plant peril. We'll go through it.
We're good.
10,
Yeah.
he passed it. Okay, so
Yeah.
we did his horror check, and it was passed. All right. Let's see what it would have been though. If he had failed, he would have drawn a "Don't Panic," which really would not have stopped him from getting the
Yeah.
the plot point anyway. All right, very cool. Thank you all for
Right on.
keeping us honest out there. We try really hard to make sure, but in the hustle and bustle, definitely the added distraction of dealing with the cameras and the microphones and the video stuff, it does. I definitely know that I miss stuff when I should be paying better attention to it. And for everybody else, happy Festivus. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. So,
Right.
very, very cool. What are the
Okay.
chances? Go for it, he says. Thank you so much. So a big Merry Christmas to everybody. We really do appreciate you. I need to get over and check on Bessie. So I guess we're going to call that good. If you'd like to do this with us on a Sunday morning, get signed up. So all you have to do is send us a message via Facebook or Messenger. It doesn't matter if you've never played or if you've played 100 games. We'd like to sit down and play a game with you on a Sunday morning. We have a group of folks that are kind of rotating through. So even if you signed up today, you probably wouldn't have a game until like late January or maybe February. So that's where we're kind of scheduled out to. All right. We're going to say goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thank you for being here with us.
All right. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to y'all.